Nation. Welcome to our National Letter of Intent and College Commitment celebrations. We have a lot to celebrate today, but before we get started, I just want to share with you today, we will have, after today, 26 seniors who have made that commitment to play at the next level, and that's 10 at the Division I level, 2 at the Division II, and 14 at Division III. So let's give a round of applause. I might add that it is in 12 different sports, so kudos to all of our student athletes who participate in multiple sports here at Providence Day, and also congratulations to their families, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of this journey, this special moment. So, since we have so much to do, I want to get started, but before we do, I just want to say we have about 2 weeks left in our spring season. So congratulations to our spring sports, and good luck to you all who are going to be competing. But let's give it up for our spring sports. Okay, so please help me welcome who's already on the stage, our head soccer coach, Mr. Dan Dudley.
Firstly, congratulations to all our student athletes and their families. It's a wonderful occasion, and I hope everyone enjoys the ceremony today. I'm here to talk about Will Chase. Being completely honest with you, I've been waiting for this moment a long time. To see this young man, who I started coaching at U13 in the club world, make his transition from Myers Park to PD, and fast forward 5-6 years, truly brings Will's journey full circle for me. As a player, he was a natural leader for his time here at Providence Day, and he always played with his heart on his sleeve, always leaving everything on the pitch every single day. Will overcame some pretty bad injuries during the seasons he was here, but he always led by example as a captain in his senior year, making all conference honours. Playing at a high level in the club system here in Charlotte, both for Charlotte Independence regional level and the CSA regional level, I knew Will's experience would be a huge impact on our team and our program. Will's greatest asset is his athletic ability and size to play under pressure. I've never doubted Will's commitment, his effort, or his desire. He plays every game like it's literally his last, and as a coach, you guys can attest you can't ask for any more. One word I can use to describe Will and how he's handled this recruiting journey and experience is resilience. He's been patient, he's been committed, he's been open, and he's been fully invested in the journey, and for that, I'm tremendously proud of him. Will's short PD career will be one to remember. I genuinely hope his career here leaves an impression on our younger players for years to come. After Will committed last week, I called the college coach and asked him if he could share a few comments about Will that I could share with the audience today. This is from head coach Warren Backman at Dean College. When I first saw Will play, he stood out to us due to his work rate, versatility, and athleticism. He showcases great leadership capabilities that translate very well to the collegiate level. Off the field, Will's a prime example of what a model young man is. Kind, humble, and respectful. He's one of the most well-rounded, level-headed individuals I have seen at his age. As college coaches, we often speak about potential in players. I believe that Will has the focus and mentality to improve into a standout player at the collegiate level. I'm very excited to be able to work with him for the next 4 years. Very kind words. Will, I know you're going to thrive at Dean College. I'm going to miss your leadership. I'm going to miss our banter, for sure. I'm going to miss our celebrations, our heated discussions. We've had a few of them over the last couple of years. I'm not going to miss that crazy haircut. And more importantly, though, Will, I'm going to miss our friendship. I can't wait to see you flourish at the next level. Please join me, everyone, in congratulating Will Chase and his commitment to Dean College.
to everybody who came out today and just supported the athletes that are signing today. I want to congratulate everyone who's signing today as well, because this is a big moment in our journey. When I first arrived at PD sophomore year, can everyone hear me? I came to signing day and I knew that the very first time that I wanted to be on the stage my senior year signing as well. And it's safe to say that this time has definitely came, but it's a little more intimidating than I was anticipating. I just want to thank a few people before that have made an impact on my career and have helped me get to this point in my life. First, I want to thank God. He's been with me through every up and down, win or loss, and battles I've faced on and off the field. I wouldn't be standing here today without him or his guidance, and I want to give all glory to him. Next, I want to thank Mom and Dad. Y'all are my #1 supporters, and I want to thank you for everything y'all have done. I will never be able to express how grateful I am to have the strongest parents I know. The sacrifices, arguments, and support y'all have given me is a million times more than I can ever ask for. Dad, I'm going to miss the weekend trips to travel up and down the coast visiting what felt like hundreds of schools, but really we were just trying to find the best food. And Mom, thank you for the rides to and from 5 nights a week, every single day. I'm going to always cherish the songs you tried to put me onto, but they just weren't that good. Thank you for both y'all for always being there and believing in me, even when I wasn't even sure of myself at times. To Logan and Trey, even though y'all couldn't be here today, y'all are my biggest inspirations. And I want to thank you for all the advice, help, and hype y'all gave me. Y'all are my best friends, whether you want to admit it or not, and I love you both. To Duds, thank you for always being there every step of the process. You have taught me so much, and it's safe to say that I couldn't have done this without you. 6 years ago, I didn't think we'd be standing here together, but here we are, celebrating this journey. I'm going to miss you, mate, even as I move up north, but you know, if you ever need me, I'm probably on the course with Dave. And to my friends, teammates, thank you for being involved in my journey, one way or the other. To the PD boys who have graduated, thank you for welcoming me into the team immediately and treating me like family. But to the boys now, I love y'all, and the jokes and banter we always carry with me forever. I'm excited for the next chapter, and I want to say thank you to Coach Backman and the rest of the Dean coaching staff for giving me this opportunity. I always cherish my PD years and will 100% miss them, but I'm looking forward to the new journey. Thank you, and go Dogs.
Good morning, I'm Freddie Brown. I'm standing for Chad Greer today, as he's out today, and I'm speaking on Davis Dudley. Now I got to set the table for you first. Foremost, I coach special teams and running backs, and I was a special team coordinator in college, a couple of different colleges I coached at. So I set the table for you because a lot of you probably don't even know what kickers do in college. It's very hard to kick in college to get any type of aid or get a chance to kick in college, because those were the positions that we would say, hey, 8 or 10 of you guys can come and we'll let you battle it out and we'll take one of you. And so it's very difficult to kick in college. So you have to be very, very good to be sitting here at a table with a school with his name on it, okay? Skill sets. Okay, so there's a place kicker and there's a punter. Place kicker, best way I can describe it, dead ball, kickoff, free throw, okay? Field goals, best way I can describe it, live ball, ball's on it, someone snaps it and you kick it, but people are trying to get you while you're trying to make your free throw, okay? All right? Some require nerves, some do not require nerves, okay? A field goal, if you're lucky enough to make one, right? The ball has to be snapped properly, caught and held properly, and then he has to kick it. But they don't talk about the holder or the snapper if you miss it. They talk about you, okay? So there's always nerves with a kicker, okay? A punter, live ball rush, they're actually trying to come and hurt you, okay? The PD, we throw in all kinds of crazy kicks here. If you come to one of our games, all of a sudden we may do something. Oh, PD has the ball again, because we have all kinds of tricky stuff. We'll make plays off you a lot of ways, but you have to have a really talented guy with a really talented foot to do that, and he is very talented. He excelled in all of these phases. They can read out the stats. Just look at the record book. You'll see them in there. I won't waste your time with that. Intelligence and competitive fire, right? You have to have courage to go out there to do any of this stuff, first and foremost. And he's not afraid of anything. Strong mentally, practices. Most kickers practice alone because there's usually just one or two of them, or one may be out or hurt. So you usually practice it by yourself. All the offensive guys are with their 11 to 12 guys, and defensive guys are with their guys. Kickers are by themselves in most cases. They require specialized training. I don't know if Dan's in the audience, but I have to give him kudos. Dan is one of the best kicking coaches in the country, and has lots of guys coaching, kicking in the NFL and in college, and he trains with Dan. All of that was set, the table was set by his parents. They make that happen for him. That's why he's at this table. It isn't just him, it's them, it's you, it's all of you. That's why he's at the table. It's the community that gets kids here. And you have to have that ability to drive. You have to want to achieve. He left his love, soccer. And he said, I want to play football. I want to kick in college. Really? And obviously you know who his father is. And I asked his dad, I said, you sure? We don't want to feel, I don't want to feel bad about not playing. So he said, no, this is his deal. This is his life, and this is what he wants to do. And he wants to pursue football. Again, it's not a mistake when you push yourself to do something, that this is what you want to do. It is intentional that he's sitting here. And finally, you see these things daily with Davis. He's one of the funniest people I know. He is hilarious, right? We've had some great moments just talking about stuff or texting back and forth on things. He's a pilot, flies airplanes. He's a scholar, one of the smartest kids in the school. He's an amazing teammate. He's a servant leader. He's Davis Dudley.
How's it going? Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to start by thanking everyone for being here today. This is a moment I've been working toward for years, and I'm incredibly grateful to be in this position. First and foremost, I want to thank my family. Mom and Dad, thank you for everything. Your support and sacrifices have meant everything to me. Grayson, Will, and Gus, thank you for always being my #1 fans. I certainly wouldn't be here without you all. To Coach Greer and Coach Brown, thank you for pushing me, believing in me, and shaping me not just as an athlete, but as a man. You've taught me discipline, accountability, and given me a deep love for the game. Those lessons will stay with me long after I leave PD. Thank you to Dan Orner for being a pivotal part of my on-field success for the past 4 years. Our work is far from over. Thank you to Coach Ernest for training me in the weight room. Your expertise has been a huge part of my success. Last but not least, thank you to Coach Rivara and Coach Zollinger at Hampton-Sydney for providing me with such an amazing opportunity. I'm incredibly grateful to have attended Providence Day for the past 13 years. It's crazy to think my time here is almost over. Thank you all for being a part of this journey. This is just the beginning. Go Tigers.
Good afternoon. Today our swim program celebrates not only an incredible athlete, but also an exceptional teammate and leader. Emma Grace has been the cornerstone of our girls varsity team for 4 years and has consistently shown in and out of the pool what it means to be a team player. Emma Grace is the kind of swimmer that every coach hopes for. Energetic, passionate, reliable, humble, and always willing to swim whatever the team needs. Whether it's her best event or her least favorite, every time she dives in the pool, she always gives 110%. She recently finished her career as an aquager as a 2-time captain, 4-time state qualifier, 6-time state finalist, 3-time state medalist, and 2-time conference champion. Having also set an individual school record and contributing to multiple relay school records alongside her teammates. Swimmers can compete in 2 individual races at each meet. During the past 4 years at our conference meet, Emma Grace has raced 6 of the possible 8, and never the same 2 every year. She's raced the longest event, the shortest event, and just about every event in between. More impressively, at our state championship meets, she has raced 4 different events, scoring points for our team in every single one. I threw her probably the biggest curveball of her high school career in January when I told her we needed her to race the 200 IM at States, an event she rarely races. We knew she could score and she'd pick up critical points. She did just that, not only making it back for finals, but dropping nearly 5 seconds from her season best time, moving up 2 places from her prelim swim. Emma Grace's team-first mentality has made a lasting impact on our program. She's led by example year after year, and her presence will be greatly missed on our pool deck next season. I have no doubt her best swimming is ahead of her, and we can't wait to see all the amazing things she will achieve in the next chapter. Please join me in congratulating Emma Grace as she signs to continue her career.
I would like to start by congratulating everyone signing today. It has taken a lot of hard work to get here, and I am so grateful to be a part of this group of athletes. I owe a big thanks to everybody who has supported me throughout my swimming career. To Coach Christina and Coach Terry, thank you for your endless support and encouragement. I've known Coach Christina for over 7 years now, and I am so thankful for all of her advice and guidance. To my friends, thank you for always being there. I could not have reached this point without you guys. Finally, to my mom, dad, and sister, thank you for being my biggest support system. Mom, I am so lucky to have such an encouraging and optimistic best friend. You have truly been my biggest role model and cheerleader in life. Thank you for always believing in me both in and out of the pool. Dad, thank you for taking me to early morning swim practices and driving me to swim meets for all these years. While most of the time I am not a huge fan of your loud cheering and so-called inspiring pep talks, you've helped shape the person I am today. I am so excited for the next 4 years at Hamilton and Go Continentals.
All right, guys. My name is Coach Harper. I'm going to introduce Tejas Rondeve and parents Wendy and Rohan Rondeve. I always love this, like how much we have to do in these little quick moments to celebrate such a big thing, literally overlapping as we go, and that's the kind of like what these guys and girls have done to get here, right? We know watching them grow up from me from middle school on, but some of you from lower school on how much they do, how much they have on their plates, I should say, and it's amazing and congratulations to you guys, all of you, to pull all this together. To be here today. So I'm one of these people that just kind of thinks of things as I go, so I have everything on this piece of paper that I pulled out of my pocket. And as I did that, I pulled out a tennis racket dampener that, one of these random things. So again, just kind of like we all put it together throughout the day, and I think why I say that is Tejas is almost the opposite of that. This guy's ready for everything. He's always prepared. He's always the one that kind of gets the team together. He's the planner. He's pretty much been a captain since 9th grade. Came out in 9th grade as this little tiny skinny guy with a hip injury that we had to work through, and just got on the ball machine every day. And I was like, man, I like the way this guy hits. I can't wait for him to get healthy. And he got healthy, and right away he's probably, I think for sure, the #1 kid in our team's history in terms of coming back from a set down. Win or lose, he always finds a way to bring himself into the match. And to think through what's going on out there and to control his emotions and play as hard as he can. I think it's fitting, too, that as he's headed to Hobart, they're called the Statesman. He's a statesman. He's somebody, like I said, who absolutely looks out for the whole team and thinks about what the whole team needs. This is his 4th year on the team. He's had 4 doubles partners. That should tell you right there. Never once did he ever say, can I play with that same kid again? It was just whatever you need, okay? And that's not easy to do, to readjust every year. And he's been a phenomenal doubles player. By the time he's a sophomore, grew up about 1 foot, grew his hair out really long, and it worked out because I just had a daughter, so now I had some hair ties we could pull together for him whenever he had matches. That worked out well. Then to senior year, where he put even more height on, more size, really added to his game. He always takes the advice that I try to leave teams with, or players with, which is go get a new weapon. Find something to add to your game, to to yourself as an athlete and coming into the next season, the next year. I think that's advice you guys should all think about, right? Don't just follow the crowd. Find something new you can add to your game or whatever sport you're in. And all the way to senior year, where he has, like I said, planned everything, been ahead of the game, checked in with me about whatever we've needed. And I think yesterday's, we had a tough loss at Latin, came down to mere points. And I think one of the things that really highlights what he is, as, like, again, as a statesman, as a person who's always ready. We're pretty somber in the breakdown at the end. And what does he say? He says, Charles, you lead the chant. Charles is an 8th grader, jumped on our team this year. It was the first time we've done that. He's playing number 3 for us, phenomenal player. And that's the kind of thing that a leader does. So just want to congratulate him, and I hope Charles will follow in his steps. Yeah, he's been an incredible leader who I know Charles and the rest of the crew will follow in his footsteps. So congratulations.
First off, thank you, Coach Harper, not just for that intro, but for everything. You believed in me from the start, and you pushed me and really challenged me to grow, not just as a player, but as a person. I wouldn't be able to have done half the things I've done without you there every step of the way, and I'm forever grateful for that. Coach Courier, I also want to thank you. You helped me with something that a lot of people don't see, which is the mental side of the game. And, you know, having that belief in myself to go out there and win a match, even when I go down or when things aren't going my way. And Coach Townsend, you've been there through some of the toughest matches that I've had to play, not just for high school, but ever. And your belief in me has always pushed me to rise to those challenges. And I can't wait to finish out this season with you behind the fence. And to all the coaches who have helped me along this journey. I've been really lucky to have some people who have genuinely cared about my tennis and who have molded me to be a good player. I want to shout out Coach Tammer. He was one of my first coaches and gave me a good foundation, but he also taught me to have fun. And I don't think I'd still be playing tennis if it wasn't for what he did with me and the advice he gave with me, and I still take it with me into my matches. And most importantly, to my parents, I can't say thank you enough. You've given me so much so that I could chase this dream. You rearranged your lives around my schedule, spent weekends on the road, waited through rain delays, sat through freezing matches just to be there. You didn't just support me from the sidelines, you lived this with me. You learned the game, you probably are more committed to it now than I am. Seems like every time I come home, you guys have a match to go to. You celebrated the wins and helped me carry the losses, and you gave me room to grow. But you were always there when I needed a push or a reminder of why I do this. And I know I haven't always said it, but none of this would have been possible without you guys, and I'll always be thankful for it. Today is your win too, as much as it is mine. And then to my teammates and friends, thank you. You reminded me to have fun, to laugh, and to stay grounded. You made all of this a lot more meaningful, and I can't wait to finish out this season with you guys. We have a state championship to win. Let's go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before he was known as Aiden Record Ray, as the team has so affectionately nicknamed him, he was just Aiden. A versatile, hard-working athlete willing to do whatever it takes to win. And this started long before I officially started coaching him under the guidance of Coach Carol Lawrence, who still continues to work with from time to time. Coming off of a knee injury his sophomore year, he had a little slow start to the season, but he wanted to do everything he could to train ahead of that pace to get back to his competitive level. No matter what we were doing, from first watching him during summer track several years ago, and watching the progress he's made in the short time since I've had the pleasure of coaching him, the thing that I enjoy watching most is when he's on the runway for triple jump. Especially when someone out jumps him and he knows that he has a jump left. He gets this smile on his face like, oh yeah, I'm coming. And 9 times out of 10, he gets that win. He lives for those kind of moments. He thrives in those situations. And he does the extra reps in practice. He volunteers. If I need a body for different relays or different races, usually he'll step up. It might take some coercion from time to time, but he'll do it, and he always does really well. Aiden currently holds school records in 6 events and is second all-time in 3 others. That's for indoor and outdoor. He is the number 2 all-time 110 hurdler, 300 hurdler, and long jumper. He holds the school record in the triple jump, the 400 hurdles. He's a part of the school record 4x4. And he has indoor school records in the 55 hurdles, the 60 hurdles, the 500, the long jump, and the triple jump. And with a few more meets to go, there's still a few more records within his reach. And I think today he's trying to go get the school record in the 400. Needless to say, he has proven to be one of the greatest male athletes to compete for Providence Day. Northeastern's going to be getting a fantastic athlete, but an even better person.
Okay, before I begin, I would like to give a quick second, or I would like to take a quick second to give a round of applause, to all the athletes signing here today. Your hard work and dedication to your sport has brought you all here to announce your commitment to play at the college level. I can't wait to see the great things that y'all achieve in your respective lanes. Now, first and foremost, I would like to thank God for looking over me my entire life, granting me the opportunity to excel in my sport, and for surrounding me with an amazing support system, including people I can call lifelong friends and family. To my coaches, thank you for always being there to teach me lessons, not only on the track, but also in life, that have helped to shape me into the person I am today. I still remember my first day of middle school track back in 7th grade, like it was yesterday. In particular, I remember meeting this little Jamaican lady, who later introduced herself as Coach Carol Lawrence, the sprints and hurdles coach here at PD. Unknowingly to my 13-year-old self, this meeting would lead to a lifelong relationship with someone who I can now call my second mother. Thank you, Coach Lawrence, for always pushing me to reach heights that even I never thought were attainable, as well as for instilling in me that you cannot reach any goal you set for yourself without a proper amount of work ethic, perseverance, and belief in yourself. I'd like you to know that without you, I never would have fallen in love with the sport of track and field. Additionally, I would like to give a special shout out to Coach Jones, Coach Hovis, and Coach Hunter. You all have helped me to better myself as a student, an athlete, and a leader, especially you, Coach Jones. I know that coming into a sprint program following nearly a decade of success and state titles can be quite the daunting task. However, you've done an amazing job picking up where we left off, and I can't wait to see what you have in store for the program in the upcoming years. Mom, Dad, I would like to thank y'all to the most out of everyone in this speech, seeing as you both have sacrificed so much to allow me to succeed in this sport. From the early morning drives to summer track practices over at Johnson C. Smith to the hours of driving to all the regional and national meets along the East Coast. Thank you both for being my rock through all this. Y'all helped me to celebrate my wins and pick me up during my losses. Through thick and thin, you're both here for me. Through thick and thin, you are both here for me, and for that I would like to say thank you to both of you. I love y'all more than you. And last but not least, to my brothers, Toby, Cam, and Gavin. Y'all boys are my day ones. Sorry. Toby, you're the definition of hard work. Seeing you obtain the success that you've gotten really inspires me to try and become the best version of myself that I can be. You show me that perseverance and patience are the catalyst to success, and that is something that I will never forget. Cam, you were one of my best friends, whether I want to admit it or not. You never failed to make me. You never failed to make myself, as well as the rest of the family, die of laughter no matter the situation. On a real note, though, I hope that I set a good example of what it means to be a good big brother, or to be the big brother of the house, and that once I leave, you can keep the house in check. Lastly, we got little Gavin. It's been a joy watching you grow up from the annoying little toddler to a slightly less annoying 11-year-old, preteen, as you call it. I want you to know that every time Toby, Cam, and I tease you, that is out of a place of love. I can't wait to see the kind of person that you mature into over the next few years. I could keep going for hours. However, I'll leave it at this. I'm grateful to all the people who have helped me to get to this point. My friends, my coaches, my teammates. Thank you all. You made this experience just a joy, and I'm so grateful. Thank you to Coach Shaw for granting me the opportunity to run Division I track and field. And that being said, I would like to announce my commitment to Northeastern University. Go Huskies.
Good afternoon. My name is Abby Jones. I am Michaela's college guidance counselor, and I'm honored to be able to share this moment with Michaela and introduce her today. Michaela Moore came to Providence Day School in 9th grade, which was just a few years into her volleyball career. After trying nearly all the sports, from soccer to dance to tennis, a coach noticed her height and encouraged her to try volleyball. That coach was spot on, because we're here today to celebrate Michaela's commitment to play Division I volleyball at Tennessee State University. Of course, it takes much more than height to make a D1 athlete. It takes resilience, composure, and willingness to do the hard work, all of which Michaela's done. And that's especially required in Michaela's position of middle blocker. When Michaela was telling me about her experience in that position, she said, "It's one of the worst positions. I have to block both sides of the net at all times." Well, I'd say she's done a really good job at that. In both 2023 and 2024, she was named second team CISAA All-Conference. In her 2024 season, Michaela was #1 in the conference for blocking. And in their game against Charlotte Latin, Michaela had a career high of 24 points. She also led her PDS team senior year as team captain. In conversation with her teammates, it became clear why Michaela was named a team captain. Her teammate said, "Michaela is so exciting to watch. It's her kills that give us all momentum, which is so important in the sport of volleyball. She's a leader on the court and someone we all look up to because of her consistency and her stoicism, regardless of the situation put in front of her. She doesn't care if we're down 2 sets or if the other team is far ahead. She maintains her composure and keeps doing her job. Michaela always works hard to be better for herself and for the team as a whole." I also want to share a few words from Vanessa James, Coach V, Michaela's club team coach. "Michaela is an incredibly skilled and athletic young woman. I call her my silent attack. She steps on the court with a smile, and before you know it, she's shutting down the opposing team. She's coachable, brings a consistently positive attitude, and is the kind of team player every coach hopes for. Michaela, your teammates and coaches have enjoyed and benefited from playing alongside you and coaching you, and the Lady Tigers will be honored for you to join their team. I'm so glad you found a college home you know you will love, regardless of volleyball. The fact that you get to keep playing the sport you love is just icing on the cake. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations, Michaela.
Hello everyone, and thank you for being here today. From the beginning, I knew volleyball would be a big part of my life, and over the years, it's taught me discipline, teamwork, and how to push myself both on and off the court. Today, I'm proud and excited to officially sign and continue my volleyball journey at the Division I level. None of this would have been possible without my parents. My mom has been my biggest supporter from the start, driving and flying with me to countless tournaments, cheering me on no matter what, and always believing in me, not just as a player, but as a person. My dad has been just as important in shaping who I am as an athlete. I've always admired his athletic career and the way he competed with intensity, drive, and relentless hard work. His example has inspired me to give everything I have every time I step out onto the court. I'm so grateful to both of them for their love, support, and everything they've done to help me reach this moment. A big thank you to my younger brothers, Isaiah and Gabriel, for always cheering me on and supporting me. It means more than you know. Thank you to the Providence Day volleyball team. Being a part of this team for the past 4 years has meant so much to me, and I've truly enjoyed every second of it. The support, the memories, and the friendships have reminded me that volleyball is about so much more than wins and losses. It's also about the people you go through it with. A special thank you to Kelsey, Ella, and Nina. You all were a huge part of what made my senior season everything I hoped it would be, and I'll always be thankful for the moments we've shared. I also want to thank Coach Vanessa and Coach Alex and my 18 Mizuno club team for giving me the best last season I could have asked for. I've grown so much this year, and I've learned lessons I'll carry with me into this next chapter. And finally, thank you to Coach Sutton and Coach McMurray for this opportunity. I'm so excited for the next 4 years. Thank you, and go Tigers.
Hi everyone, I'm Nicole Donahue. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of backstory about Lucy and the senior class. I've been here, this is my 5th year here, and this senior class right now is currently making history at PD. They are so strong, they are so just awesome. I'm gonna be a little bit emotional because this means so much to me, to Lucy, to Marlo. It's just, I've known, Lucy for a very long time. I'm not just her high school coach. I've been her club coach. I feel like I'm a part of her family. It's just such a special moment. So congratulations to all athletes here. Thank you to PD Athletics for giving us this opportunity and for giving me and Coach Meg this opportunity to be a part of these young women's lives. They are incredible. They change our lives. That's why we coach. And Lucy's one of those athletes that makes us want to coach. She's someone who makes a coach want to be there and push themselves and be great. So thank you. Thank you to Lucy's family for allowing and sharing Lucy with us. Lucy is so important to us. She is a special young woman that is so determined and loved by all coaches and teammates. Lucy is a 3-sport athlete, a 2-year captain, first team all-conference, all-state, and all-American lacrosse player. She is one of the most determined and hardworking athletes I have ever coached. And I have coached a lot of athletes. She is so hardworking. Every practice, every game, every event that she is a part of. She is an athlete who challenges her teammates and coaches always to be their best. A few words to describe Lucy are determined, exceptional work ethic, elite, game changer, and coachable. You surprise us every day with your intelligence and work ethic. She is thoughtful and understanding. She is a strong young woman that will do incredible things at the next level and continue to do incredible things at PD. Lucy is a huge part of why this program has been so successful over the past 4 years. Throughout your journey to college commitment, you made many sacrifices, spent countless hours on the field and traveling. You were so focused and sure of your path. Coach Meg and I are so proud of you and grateful to be a part of this journey with you. It is time to finish strong at PD and make a name for yourself at Colby next year. Your PD family loves you very much. Go Chargers, go Mules.
Hi everyone. I want to start by congratulating everyone else signing today. We've worked so hard to get to this moment, and it's so exciting that we can celebrate that hard work together today. I recently found the first ranked list of colleges I made going into my recruiting process at the very beginning of my sophomore year. Colby was first on this list, and I'm so glad that everything worked out to make that goal a reality. I would like to start by thanking Jess Melby, who gave me my first lacrosse stick back in 4th grade. I owe this sport and you so much. Coach Meg, thank you for being a huge champion of the D3 experience and tuning into Colby games so we can talk about them together. Coach Nicole, it's crazy to think that we're winding down our time together. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for having high standards for me and reminding me to take breaks every once in a while. Thank you for being all in on my process. Thank you for understanding my mental battles and sticking with me through them. You've helped me build my confidence from the nervous little freshman I was when I walked onto this team. I'm so lucky to have you as my coach. Dad, thank you for the countless hours you spent outside with me with your baseball net. Thank you for letting me pick the music on our long drives up and down the East Coast. I hope we never see South Hill, Virginia again. Thank you for learning all the rules in the sport that neither of us knew anything about 8 years ago, and turning on games even when I'm not home. You've been with me through every crazy up and down, and are my favorite person to break down for you too. You have so much to do with the athlete I am today. Mom, thank you for driving me to my first ever practices with Carolina Cats all the way down to Elon Park during rush hour, and making me dinners for the drive home, as well as the many years of chauffeuring that followed. Thank you for always offering a listening ear and letting me practice with you before recruiting calls. Nate, thank you for being along for the ride. I love you so much. I also want to give a big thank you to my Nini and Papa, who have always been my biggest cheerleaders. Alex, it's so hard not to have you up here today because it feels like the three of us have always been a package deal. I'm so thankful for our friendship, and I'm going to miss you so much next year. Thank you for letting me braid your hair and always being our quarterback. Marlo, you've been my ride or die for this entire process. Looking back, you made a super competitive process that could have very easily driven us apart bearable, and I can't bring myself to think about playing without you next year. But sharing the confidence is definitely the next best thing. I can't even put how much our friendship has meant to me into words. I'll miss singing the national anthem with you. Remember that nerves and excitement are the same chemical in your body. Thank you for supporting me through everything. Tufts is so lucky to have you. I also want to thank Coach Liv, Coach Brittany, Coach Rowe, Mike O'Neill, and Jamie Monroe, Coach Mish, Cassie and Caroline Doffmeyer, Coach Jones, Coach Hovis, and of course all my PD teammates. You all have played such a significant role in the person and athlete I am today. I have met my favorite people through lacrosse, and there are too many to name, but I know Eva's here today, and I'm so grateful for our friendship. Thank you to all my style teammates. I love all you guys so much. I'd like to say a final thank you to Coach Karen, Coach Hallie, Coach Kira, and Coach Ari for believing in me and providing me with the opportunity to continue the sport I love at the collegiate level. I can't wait for the next 4. Go Mules.
Hello again. Like I said, when I was talking about Lucy, Marlo is just as much a part of my family. What an emotional day, guys. Right? This is such a beautiful thing. It really is. This is why we play sports. And the Stewart family, I just want to thank you so much for just being so loving and caring and just wonderful people. We've, talked on the phone a lot. We've done a lot together. We've gone through the college recruiting process together. We we've done it all. So thank you guys for sharing your wonderful daughters, and specifically Marlo right now. It's been such an amazing experience. Marlo is a 3-sport athlete that excels on every court or field she touches. A 2-year captain, first team all-conference and all-state lacrosse player, and a main factor in the success of our lacrosse program over the past 4 years. She is a jack of all trades. A few words to describe Marlo is stud athlete, competitor, game changer, well-rounded, and strong. The growth Coach Meg and I have seen from your freshman year until now is incredible. You still have that nervous giggle that is contagious throughout your team, and you are still a phenomenal athlete that raises all teammates around her. Your journey to get to this point of college commitment was filled with sacrifices, lots of lessons, pep talks, phone calls, long trips, and a whole lot of nerves, many ups and downs. But it was all worth it, and we know you are where you are meant to be. We love you, and your teammates love you. Let's finish strong at PD, and then it'll be time to carry on your legacy at Tufts. Go Chargers, go Jumbos.
Congratulating all the other athletes signing today. You've put in an incredible amount of work, and I'm truly excited to see what's ahead for each of you. It was a long journey to get here, and I owe it all to the people who supported me and pushed me to be my best day after day. First off, thank you to all my teammates, past and present, in basketball, lacrosse, and field hockey. I think you guys know how much you mean to me, but thank you for being constant reminders of why I love to play sports. I want to especially thank Eva and Lucy. From the very beginning, you two have been my constant support system, always showing up and pushing me to be better. And as you guys know, you two always kept me smiling and laughing through it all. Next, thank you to all my Providence Day, Charlotte Style, and Row Pro coaches for pushing me to be my best. Coach Nicole, thank you for your constant guidance, confidence, and support throughout the years, and for introducing me to the game I've grown to love. Coach Meg, thank you for always picking up my phone calls when I need it most and for providing me with your wisdom both on and off the field. To my family, I can't even begin to imagine where I would be without you all. To my Uncle Johnny, thank you for never missing a game and for making every recruiting highlight reel to send to coaches. Father, thank you for all the early mornings, the long drives to practice, and the countless 8-hour road trips to Maryland and Delaware. But more than that, thank you for always being there for me. Cece, thank you for bringing lacrosse into my life and for seeing something in me before I saw it in myself. Your support and encouragement helped me find my confidence in countless times where I was struggling to find it myself. I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me, even the things you may not realize meant so much. To my mom, you truly are my biggest inspiration, and I would be nowhere without you. The recruiting process wasn't always easy, but you still made it fun, and I'd do it all over again just for the time we spent together. Thank you for the sacrifices you make for me on a daily basis just so I can chase my dreams. I love you more than you know. Cam, I couldn't have asked for a better sister, teammate, or best friend. I have no idea what I'm going to do without you just down the hallway next year. But I know you're going to do incredible things, even if I'm not right there beside you like you always were for me. Finally, to the Tufts lacrosse staff, thank you for this amazing opportunity. I could not be more excited. Go Jumbos.
All right, guys, we're almost there. We got 2 left. And congrats to everybody who's been signing today and realizing your dreams. It's awesome to see. Coach Nicole's right. It's a very emotional day. So we have 2 lacrosse players to celebrate today, Harry and Scott, who have been with our program from the very, very beginning. And I'm excited to share their journey with you today. So Harry, both of them started playing with us in our program in 2nd grade. and been with us ever since. And Harry embodies everything that we want in a Charger athlete, whether that was on a lacrosse field or soccer field or football field. He's the consummate teammate. I've coached Harry at Providence Day since second grade, and club since he was 9, and then obviously through varsity. When he was first started out playing lacrosse, we tried to make him, well, let me tell you why he became a defenseman. We watched him shoot. We realized that wasn't going to work. And then we tried him in goal, and that was an absolute disaster. So we said, well, let's try to put a defensive stick in his hand, and that worked out all right, right? We're here. Anyway, so one of my earliest memories of spending time with Harry with our varsity team is when he was in 5th grade. Him and Scotty they went with us, my varsity team at the time, to Durham Academy, and we were staying overnight to play a couple games. And I remember asking the O'Neill family, hey, would Harry like to join Scott so he's got somebody to hang around with while we're on this trip? And Amy said, I don't know if that's going to work. He doesn't stay out of our house. He's never slept over anywhere before. And I was like, all right, well. And then I remember Will said to me at school, I don't remember what grade you were in. He came up to me in the hall. He's like, my brother's got no chance of going on this trip with you. But he survived. We made it, and we made it back. And he's been a staple ever since. But it's been a pleasure of mine to see him grow from that scared little kid to hop on the bus and spend that time with our team then to today. He started out as a young player, as very technical. And since then he's put some tons of work in the weight room, and he's become not only a technical player but very tough as well. And last night was evidence of that big guy you were covering. Since day one, no matter what team I've coached him on, he's always been a leader. Whether that was rec, middle school football, our club team, Team Carolina, and he's a captain as a junior, and he's a captain again this year as a senior. And just a little bit about his recruiting process. He was so late in the game, and while Harry's extremely organized and an excellent student, he was terrible at communicating with me throughout the recruiting process. And it was like pulling teeth to get him to talk to me. So I could never get answers from him, and eventually we sat down, and he's like, well, Coach, I don't think I want to play in college. And I said, all right, well, why not? He said, well, I want to go to a big school, and I want to go to school in the Northeast. And we talked, and it was like, there aren't a ton of Division III schools up there that are big and that would fit that criteria for him. But we landed on a couple, and he landed on Ithaca College. It's a big Division III school in the Northeast that I think he's going to love if he can learn to love the weather up there. But it's a school of about 10,000 people, so it's a perfect fit for Harry because it's got everything that he wanted. And the progress that he made in the last 2 years as a player in a Charger uniform is really remarkable. He's one of the top defensemen in the state, and I expect he'll be recognized as such at the end of the season. I could not be more proud of you and happy for you. I appreciate everything that you've given to me and to all the teams that you played on for me and for your teammates. You're an excellent leader, and you're everything we want in a player. So congratulations, Aaron.
I wasn't sure if he was going to cry or not. Normally does, but I don't know if I got there yet. Like everyone, I want to congratulate all the athletes that are here today, that are signing today. I think it's awesome that we're able to play college sports in the next coming months. I want to thank all my friends and teammates that I've had over the years, especially Scott. I've been playing with Scott since second grade. He's been one of my best friends since then, and I'm super happy to play alongside him even today. I want to thank my coaches at Team Carolina, Coach Bo, Coach Murphy, Coach Reyes. You guys helped me a lot in the recruiting process and helped me become the player I am today. Special shout out to Coach Bo for developing me as a defenseman and being alongside me for my whole life. I couldn't have done it without you, Coach. I I want to thank my coach at PD, Coach Bobby Thompson. He's been coaching me since I was in like 5th grade. He had a little bit more hair back then. He's been one of my biggest supporters throughout my career. He's been a great role model. Nothing I could say could thank him enough, and I'm very grateful to have been coached by him. I want to thank Coach Lober for putting me on defense back when I was in 3rd grade and believing in me over the years. I want to thank Coach Thompson, Coach Oliver, Coach Schmidt, and Coach Flapp for coaching me as well. You guys are all great coaches. I want to thank Coach Tim Gibson at F4 for helping me in the weight room. I would not be here without him. He's a great guy. Most importantly, I want to thank my family. Mom, thanks for being my biggest fan and always cheering for me. You're such a positive light in my life, and I don't think I can ever thank you enough, Mama. I appreciate you so much, more than words can describe. Dad, thanks for always being an encouraging voice on the sideline that I can look for when I need it. You guys have both supported me for my whole life, and I'm so incredibly grateful and lucky to have you guys as my parents. I love you both. John and Will, thanks for being here. I didn't know if you guys were going to make it today, but thanks for coming, and thanks for helping me with the sign. And thanks to my grandfather, Pops. He's always at all of my games, everyone he can be. He's got a sign on the face. And thanks to my cousins who are also here. Thanks, everyone, for coming out and being loud and cheering for me. It means a lot. Lastly, I want to thank Coach Pierce and Coach Varn for giving me this opportunity to play lacrosse at Ithaca College. Go Bombers.
Harry did mention that his dad, he thought his dad for all the encouraging comments on the sideline. I don't hear much when I'm coaching, but I always hear him. And I'm going to miss the "let's go, Harrys." All right, so the interesting situation for me, right? This is my, I can't believe I'm on the stage giving this speech for my second son, who's over halfway through his senior season. And while I don't feel that old, but as Harry pointed out, as my kids point out to me every day, I am bald, or balding. I'm really going to miss this, just be at this closeness with my boys playing and all their friends. It's going to be tough, but it's been such a blast being so close to all these families. So I'm thankful I have a few more years to watch Charlie play, and then Riley still doing the stats by my side for a few more years as well. So since Scott started playing sports, whether it was football, lacrosse, soccer, he was always, well, our family is not blessed with size. That's clear. And so Scott always tried to make that up with a certain level of aggressiveness and tenacity. And he did that regardless of what he was playing, and he took it as a challenge. And he would kind of usually scope out the biggest kid on the other team and let him know that he was going to be there the whole game and not go away. And he was a bit of a pest as a young player. He would never back down, and that tenacity is what has gotten him to this table today. There's a quick little story I'll share with you. Coach Bo and I were coaching Harry and Scott and Team Carolina. I think they were 9. We're at Carolina, Chapel Hill, and he got slashed pretty aggressively, violently, and the kid that slashed him was in the penalty box. And I think Coach Bo was attending Tim on the field, and Scott walked off the field. The kid was in the knee on the penalty box and cursed at him, and Scott, just without really thinking twice, just punched him right in the face mask. I was like, okay. I went and grabbed him and sat him down. I said, "You're done for the day." And I remember Coach Bo coming over to me and saying, "I know you're pissed, but you got to love that, right?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." It just so happened that the Carolina coach was standing right there, as if we needed more embarrassment at the time, and he made sure to come over and tell us that he was ejected from the game. But he's come a long way from that temper. I spent a lot of time on one knee next to him in the penalty box, and he's made a lot of progress in that way, to the point where he acknowledges his mistakes and actually listens to me, I think, for the most part now. But anyway, his recruiting path was similar to Harry's in that it was interrupted or late because his sophomore year, Scott had some injuries, issues with concussions, and he had to sit out for a long stretch of time. And while he was out, he was devastated, and that was right in the middle of where you would be seen by all the college coaches. And thankfully that drive and determination, passion, tenacity that he has showed up on the film, and he was able to receive a bunch of offers, ultimately landing on Hampton-Sydney. But over that time, and because of those injuries, or that injury, he's kind of transformed his game to become more of a tactical, smarter type player, and he's limited the aggressiveness to keep himself on the field, although I expect that that's probably going to come out again when we hit the playoffs here in May, and we saw a little bit of that last night against Latin. He has been the quarterback of our offense since he came back from injury this season. He gets everybody involved. He recently eclipsed the 100-point mark this season, and I'm really looking forward to the next, I guess, 3-4 weeks we have left for Scott and Harry to be leading us one more time. And I've enjoyed watching his growth as a player. I think he found the perfect home in Hampton-Sydney. I don't know how it's going to look for me next year without you there, but I'm proud of you. Congrats.
Thank you all for coming out. I just want to say thank you for, just thank you for coming out, and congratulations to everyone for signing today. First off, I'd like to thank Coach Gates and Coach Mansfield for training myself and my teammates in the off season. They play a large part of our success each year. Next, I'd like to thank Coach Bo and the rest of the Team Carolina organization for helping me grow as a player. Coach Bo, you've always had my back, believed in me, and playing for you was so much fun. I wouldn't be where I am today without everything you've done for me in all my years at Team Carolina. I'd also like to thank Coach Lover, Coach Thompson, Coach Fobb, Coach Dio, and Coach Schmidt on the PD lacrosse program. Our team loves playing for all of you, and we truly appreciate your dedication, leadership, and the countless hours you put into making us better athletes and individuals. Your passion for the game and commitment to our success means the world to us. To my teammates, thank you for allowing me to look forward to practicing games. You guys make the game so fun, and I'm so excited to compete the rest of the year. To my friends, thank you for coming to all my games and cheering me on. To my little sisters, thank you for coming to all my games, even though Mom kind of forces you to. To my mom, thank you for being my biggest supporter. Thank you for coming to all my games, even though you are always freezing. And thank you for always picking me up when I'm down. I'm so grateful for you. I'm also so thankful for my older brother, Will, for competing in every backyard game we played and always going to shoot a bucket of balls together. You're the reason I'm the player and person I am today. To my dad, thank you for your constant guidance on and off the field. You've taught me so much, and I can't put it into words the amount of gratitude I have for you. Lastly, I'd like to thank Coach Rostan and the rest of the Hampton-Sydney coaching staff for blessing me with this opportunity. I'm excited for the next 4. Go Tigers.
Oh my goodness, what an amazing day! You do not feel the love that each and every one of us has for PD. Something's wrong, right? So enjoy the day. We got pictures for families on this side, pictures for friends on this side. Congratulations.